Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. This is our second discussion period of no other option save the Church of Jesus Christ. Well, we see, I just want to tell you a story. If I could, we had one day, Sunday, we had a church, and apparently this man had fallen down. He was probably inebriated as well, but he had fallen down and he was bleeding profusely. And a couple of our guys just sat him down and got some water and cleaned him up and bandaged him up so that, and I was just so amazed at these two young men just went about their business as if it was nothing unusual, like they were some sort of emergency room. And I think that's where the church needs to be, in that we need to be God's emergency room. When Matthew 25, it says, when the Son of Man comes in his glory, all the holy angels with him, he will sit on the throne of his glory, and all the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. Well, you may know or you may not know that sheep and goats do not eat usually in the same field. Goats can eat anything, and they'll stand on a rock and eat the grass around it. A sheep won't do that. So you have to separate the sheep and the goats. Every shepherd knows that. And he will put the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left. And he said this, he said, for when I was hungry, you gave me food. When I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. And I was a stranger, and you took me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. And the righteous will say, Lord, when did we do these things? We never saw you sick. We never saw you in need. And he says, when you did this to the least of these, my brethren, my brothers, you did it unto me. It's like, wow. The church has lost some of that, of our compassion for the needy and the sick. In John 13, he says, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. That's how you're going to be recognized as a Christian, is that the love you have for others. In Luke chapter 10, he said this. He said, so he answered and said to them, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your strength, and all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. That's when we get into the Good Samaritan, the story of the Good Samaritan, because the scribe, or the young leader, says to him, but who is my neighbor? And then he tells the story of the Good Samaritan. So we don't want to get caught up in who is my neighbor. Everyone is my neighbor. And we must tend to them as if we know them or we don't know them. It doesn't matter. God bless you, and we'll see you again next time.